So I hope y'all are enjoying Dead Space Remake by either playing, watching Marky Moo, or Japseptic22, huh? What is up, YouTube? It's your boy SmackNPie here. Today I got a list of all the indie/big games coming this year that you should be excited for. So you know what? Let's just dive straight into it. So we're gonna start off with the Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. So yeah, I made a video a couple days ago, I think it's a week ago now at this point, where I talked about Gas Mask Chapter. We had a new site, new banner, new marketing pictures and whatnot. We've theorized countless times that the prototype, those fingery fingers, will finally make an appearance in this chapter, and it is time for that fingery fruck to make an appearance, as there are other monsters and enemies, and it is time that we start seeing some human enemies as well, some human characters in here as well, like Bendy did. Bendy in the Dark Rival, a lot of people don't talk about its great pacing. Battle's pacing is underrated. Battle's pacing is what a lot of these indie games need to learn from, but Poppy Playtime needs to learn some from that as well. Then we move to FNAF at Freddy's DLC Ruins. See, the DLC Ruins is promising to be what we thought Security Breach is going to be, with a lot more emphasis and focus on horror, as can be suggested from the title itself, Ruins. It is the ruins of Pizzaplex, where you will be playing as this little girl. She is gonna go through worse because Gregory not only had Freddy, a full-blown ally in Pizzaplex, and Pizzaplex had everyone from the bots to animatronics on friendly mode. Even Vanny was on friendly mode. But for this poor little girl, everything is ruined. The animatronics are in kill on first sight mode. These animatronics are in need for revenge, and they'll kill whatever comes in their path. This poor little girl. Poor little girls have gone through wars in FNAF universe. Charlie, Chica, man, Scott Caffon, what are you doing? Then let's move to a little bit of AAA side. Resident Evil 4 Remake. It has been so long since RE4 itself that I forgot a lot of the events that happened during Resident Evil 4, and I think that's a good thing because now when we get to play it, it's gonna be like a new experience all over again. So excited. After Dead Space Remake, it is single-handedly the most anticipated horror game at the moment, so duh. Then we move a little bit to the indie space, Amnesia. I know a lot of people are after the recent Amnesia game. Not many people are, you know, excited or hype about the future of the franchise, but I am, because the next game, Amnesia the Bunker, I posted the gameplay trailer, or at least the reveal trailer, and it looks nuts. It looks crazy. It literally is bringing back to the roots of Amnesia, what made it a good survival horror game. I'm excited for it. Then one of my most anticipated horror game in over a decade, Alan Wake 2. See, the first time I played Alan Wake, it was a mind-blowing experience. I remember as a kid when I played it, it was nuts. It was an experience I will never forget, literally combining the Last of Us formula. A fantastic story combined with a fantastic gameplay, but in a horror. Much more horror than Last of Us. Like when I tell you that I got chills and creeps while clearing out these creatures in the forest, like you have to hold the right trigger to shine flashlight, get these ghosts into physical form, and only then you can shoot them, otherwise they will overwhelm you in numbers. That's how good Alan Wake was, so I'm so excited for the actual sequel, not a remake, full-blown sequel, and they literally said that it's going to be full-blown horror, more horror than the first one, yeah. Then Layers of Fears Remake. Now, they're not saying it remake, but it is the reimagination, officially, the reimagination of the first Layers of Fears. See, I enjoyed Layers of Fear too. No cap, I actually enjoyed Layers of Fear too, and I loved the atmosphere, I loved what they were going for. The overarching, the big narrative didn't hit as the first one, but it was still a very good experience. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't like the second one, but it is what it is. The third game now is called the reimagination of the first Layers of Fear, so they're, you know, literally remaking it in Unreal Engine 5. Better graphics, amazing atmosphere. They are amazing at creating some of the best atmosphere. Play the Medium, it's from the same developers, and a lot of new story bits and elements will be added to the game. So Layers of Fear Remake coming later this year.
I know what must be done.
Then this game was supposed to drop last year, but due to unfortunate real-life events, Stalker 2 is slated for this year. We hope and pray that the team is safe and they deliver this most anticipated, or one of the most anticipated Xbox/PC games in a long time. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. I'm so excited for this game. I have been ever since I saw it for the first time on the Xbox showcase. It'll blow your mind. The first one, it was unique. This one is no less. I'm here for it. Then, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like a lot of people forgot after the beta Outlast Trials. I thoroughly loved and adored the beta. I played it here on the channel. There are some other parts I played, recorded, I didn't post it, but I adored The Last of Us Trials. It is exactly the kind I was hoping for. It is literally the first Outlast and the DLC pumped up max. So if you didn't like the second one, don't worry, this is going to be right in your alley. If you loved the second one, you're going to love this even more. So Outlast Trials, going back to its roots once again. Yeah, Outlast Trials coming this year. Then one of my most anticipated horror game in decades. This literally takes my cake for it. It is my most anticipated horror game right now. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Cue the meme as you can see on the screen. I'm so pumped for this one, ladies and gentlemen. You have no idea when I tell you this is the pinnacle of psychological horror. This is the pinnacle of psychological horror. The psychological horror game that you need to know. You've grown with games like Five Nights at Freddy's, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Dork, Deception, Tattletale, Baldi's Basics for freak's sake. But all of these are like grand kids. This is the father, the daddy, pause of horror. Psychological horror, it doesn't get better than this. So Silent Hill 2 Remake, coming from the developers of The Medium and Layers of Fears, Silent Hill 2 Remake is promising to be the experience of a lifetime. If you've never played it, just wait for a little bit. When Silent Hill 2 Remake drops, it's gonna be feast in the community because fans have been waiting for this for decades. Decades, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pumped. I'm ready. Yeah. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna chew through some of these because I'm actually excited for these ones. Alone in the Dark by THQ looks crazy. It is kind of sort of a remake of the original Alone in the Dark. Do not sleep on this game. They used to be one of my favorite publishers, but not anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, Alone in the Dark. Then, the next game in the Dark Pictures Anthology series, the Directive 8020, going into the space. I'm so excited to see what they're gonna do in this space. See, there's another game called The Expanse from Telltale. It is based on a space show, The Expanse, but it's going to be a little bit horror, but that is from the Telltale side, like a story adventure game, so we're not covering that. This is going to be a full-blown horror story game from Dark Pictures. So Directive 8020, we're here for it. Abandoned from Blue Box Game Studios. I don't even know what's going on with this game. Blue Box Studio Hassan, what are you doing? What are you doing? Where's Abandoned? Give us Abandoned already. Why have you abandoned this? Come on now, don't make this meme come to a reality. Then Fort Solace. When I tell you my jaw dropped when I was watching this, it didn't drop literally, but it did metaphorically, because Fort Solace is a game you need to keep an eye out if you are growing tired a little bit of indie horror, of the kid-friendly horror, kid-friendly horror like, Pompey, FNAF, Dark Deception. Fort Solace is right in your alley for that. There's a lot of space horror games coming this year, I just realized.
Something is going on here. And I need to find out what it is.
Then Ill, the horror game. I've covered this. The most disgusting monster designs and the most disgusting gunplay. Not gameplay, gunplay you'll see in a video game, in a horror video game I should say. Ill has a unique design and aesthetic to its world and its characters, and this should be on your radar if you like disgusting, nasty stuff. Then comes from the other part, comes from the Asian. Slitterhead. See, Slitterhead was supposed to be the next Silent Hill, or at least in the same vicinity. When we got the gameplay / the trailer, we didn't hear anything from it. Yeah, the title literally suggested what you need to know. It is literally head being slithered, and those are the monsters, but they look nuts. They look crazy. The two game I want to mention, number one is Wronged Us. It's in the same vicinity as Silent Hill. It caught my attention a long time, I think early last year, when I was searching for PC game horrors and whatnot. Wronged Us looks really unique, but I'm not gonna hold my hopes for this one. I don't know, check it out. The main reason for me to showcase y'all, even though I know a lot of you are not gonna check it, is at least one or two or three of you gonna be like, you know what, this looks interesting, let me open another tab, or let me, open a notepad and type it up and, check it out, because this might look in my alley. That's the only reason I'm showcasing, guys. And finally, of course, the big one, Dork Deception Chapter 5. Not to be confused with Monster Immortals DLCs. Yes, those count, but those are multiplayer. I did cover Outlast, but yeah. Dork Deception Chapter 5, the merry conclusion to the freaking Dark Deception storyline that started in 2018, officially. It'll be emotional, it'll be intimate, it'll be personal, and we will be here experiencing it every single second of it. Mark my words. Mark my words, we will experience the conclusion of the story together, like I started this journey years ago. Susu for more. Yay. Let me know which horror game you're excited for this year down in the comments below.